minute, don't know. Got a minute of your time. Got a minute of your. Let it.
Hush up, gotta live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. God of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its sides. Fall down, that from my height, cause I didn't see the plank I have in my eye. And you said when no one's to be found, what keeps you eased out, what takes you off your mind. Guess you want this, I want this, everybody in this, we should have it. Stop illusions, it's in your hands, show yourself, reveal it to them. Take the time to recognize it. You won't leave me even.
She's mean.
I don't know what he's talking about.
That's
Anyway,
all I can say is she's mean.
welcome to our podcast, From Vision to Success.
Oh, stop trying to sound professional.
We're not professional, guys. If you've been watching our podcast, you know that we are far from that.
Far from professional.
But we do like to have fun, and our podcast is about vision to success.
Vision to success.
Where you start out with a goal.
Start out with a goal as a vision.
Yes, and then you see it through.
You see it through the middle.
And what happens in the middle?
You succeed.
In the middle, you succeed?
No. No, at the end you succeed.
Exactly, but the middle is messy.
The middle is messy.
Listen, don't be afraid of the mess. Lean into the mess.
Lean into the mess.
Anyway.
Go
about what? You not covering your mouth. So this guy coughs right before. And I was like, cover your mouth. And he's like, I did. I'm like, no, you cover the microphone. He's like this.
I covered
and then hacking.
It was awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Can you do me a massive favor? I'm trying to figure out if this is working. Can you guys say hi on the chat and let us know if you've logged in? Because we're seeing something different here. But it is live. And it is live. You're checking, right?
Yeah, I'm checking. I don't see it, though. But sometimes I don't get the notifications that you post.
Oh, I didn't do it today.
See? He's trying to X me out. That's okay.
Actually.
It says live.
Is it going?
Yeah, it is going.
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah, it's going.
Let's see what it says over there. Right?
What?
Oh, one view, one share. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're good.
Yeah, we're awesome.
Yeah, we're live. We might have a little, I feel like maybe we'll have a little bit of lower viewership today just because it is March break, right?
No, I don't think so.
No? Oh, hey! Mike is watching. That's what matters.
Hi, Mike. How are you? So, Raquel quoted me, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't happy. To give you a little bit of context.
I was so happy. When you sent me that message, I was like...
I was annoyed. Okay, first of
Dang
all, I
right.
was annoyed.
Dang
because I
right.
messaged this guy. We're supposed to have a Friday podcast. Why is he MIA? I messaged you in the
messaged
morning.
you back.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
Okay, let's pull up some
On
receipts.
Friday?
Yes.
100% I messaged you back. And I said, hey, I ended up taking that shift.
Did you message me with your thoughts?
Hang on.
He messaged me with his thoughts, I guess, right? So anyway, I'm like,
where is it?
so I messaged him and I was like, hey, are we doing the podcast today? Just let me know. Nothing. It was like 9:30. So I'm like, I don't think he's around. So I left.
What? I did send, hang on.
Anyway, he didn't send it. And so here it was. So I messaged him on Friday night and I was like, first of all, where the heck are you? Why are you not texting me back? What was the second?
I swear.
Can't remember what the second was. But then the third was that Raquel, my daughter, with Mike, I was going to say our daughter. Mike and I's daughter. In our congregation, in our Sunday meeting, she was doing one of the talks. And it was really good. And she did quote Miguel. So I was kind of surprised.
Dude, I did not text you back. Mm-mm. I saw it come in. I was in the middle. I was setting up for my presentation.
Okay.
Like on Friday. So when you text me, I was already out of school.
That's probably why.
That's how early. No, but like I saw it come in and I was setting up the speaker and all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh, shoot. And so I started typing.
And then never send it. Or
Yeah,
maybe he just thought it.
I guess I never sent it, but I remember opening it up and be like, okay, I have to let her know because I did not let you know.
And that's okay. I figured, right? I was like,
Did I send it to somebody else?
when I didn't hear back from him, I was like, okay, I don't think the podcast is happening today. That's okay. I went grocery shopping.
So yeah, that was my bad. That was my. I swear I totally thought I was.
Listen, he does not. This man does not text back.
I do text.
The only time that he texts us back is when I send him the eyeball emojis.
I hate that. I hate that. When you last time, where was I? I think,
You were at the bank. You said.
yeah, I was at the bank.
Oh,
and then
I
you sent
loved
that
it.
eyeball emoji, and I just immediately started turning around, like. And the person beside me thought I had like some disease, whatever. I'm like,
Oh my gosh, the joy! It's gonna be a wonderful 2025.
no, I thought we stopped it already. We already stopped it. It's over. It's over. We said it was a month, and then it's over now.
What? We extended it. Remember?
No, we did not extend
we
it.
extended it.
I will give you $50 if you can find out where I said, okay, let's extend it for another month. I've been trying to kibosh this thing since like day 2. I'm done with it. Yeah, we're not doing it.
I can't wait. There's one good scare left in me. And until I get it and I'm satisfied with the scare, is not stopping. There's just one good one, you know? You know when you feel it in your belly? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Michael, man, I don't understand. Here's the thing is, Michael's supposed to be my boy. And he's supposed to warn me.
He does warn you. He's like,
No, he warns me like when he was holding the phone. How is that warning? He was holding the phone.
And then I think he's a pineapple after, no?
This freaking guy.
Oh, so much fun.
So today we have an interesting podcast.
Very interesting.
A very interesting podcast. The power of influence.
I'm excited to hear. So when I came in, he told me that he is going to apologize on live air.
Yeah.
So I'm like, are you apologizing to me? Are you apologizing to the audience? Are we calling Tegan?
I am not calling. I am never.
What
we
are-
are never.
what are
and
we-
she's home, and I am not calling her.
We should call her in.
For what? To do what? We had a rough morning this morning.
Oh yeah.
All
She has
all
fight?
of us. Well, we didn't fight. Too late, Mike. No, it's just
Okay, tell us.
okay.
Just between you and I and our audience, what
And
happened?
the millions and millions of viewers. No, it's one of these things like Tegan's a planner,
Yes.
right? We know she's a Mike.
Yes.
She's a female Mike, right?
Oh my
so
gosh.
she's
Yes.
so she's a female Mike, and so she's a planner. But then the problem is, and I don't know if Mike does this, is she says she tells us the plan, but nobody remembers her telling us the plans.
Okay, so nobody remembered.
So, but hang on, like, so. and I
Okay,
don't-
what was the plan? What was it?
No,
supposed to
the
happen?
March break
Okay.
stuff. Like, what are we doing today? What are we doing tomorrow? And all these different things. And so, all the kids, and including myself, were like, we didn't like. We thought we were doing something else today. We thought we were doing something else tomorrow. Wednesday night, nobody knew what we were doing Wednesday night. And so she has all these wonderful things that she wants to do, and it's amazing. Like I'm game, right? Like I'll drink the Kool-Aid. Let's go out.
You're like, and I don't like it.
We're gonna like it, right? We're gonna like it. And then when she normally plans something, it's fun. But then because she didn't tell us anything, then a lot of the kids, including myself, went ahead and planned other stuff.
Okay.
Gym time. I picked up a booking and all these different things, and then she's a little frustrated that we went ahead and booked all these things with friends and things, knowing that we had plans with her this whole week. But we didn't know about them. And so she claims that she told us. And I'm like, but you didn't. And then she's like, anyways. And so I felt bad. And then she got emotional, and I'm like, I felt bad. And I'm like, I don't mean to make you feel bad. I'm not attacking you. I'm on a defense right now because you're telling us that you did tell us, and here's the thing is too, right? If it was just me, then maybe I forgot. But it was every single member of our family
Okay.
that planned something, right? And so anyway, so I felt bad, and I'm rearranging my stuff around so that we can be able to do some of these things. And so yeah.
It's just miscommunication.
It was a definitely miscommunication. It's not like we didn't. And here's the thing: is it's not like. And also, what's the alternative? We knew, and then we said, "Screw it. We're still gonna plan something else."
I don't know. You maybe, but
No.
the kids know.
Are you freaking?
Just kidding. Take it if you're watching. No.
No, I would never. I would never. If something. If
Okay, cover your mouth when you cough. It's like school, guys. I have to tell them like, cover your mouth, man. Keep those germs to yourself.
Anyways, and so keep your germs inside your mouth. Don't let it exit. And so I was like, what's the alternative here? It's that you told us, we knew about it, and then we said, screw it. We're still gonna plan something to not be able to not do what you want to do, which we would never do, right? And so, anyways, so it was a hard morning, a lot of feels, like what you say.
Feels, man, they need to be felt. Feels need to be felt. They're out in the open now. Now you guys can move on.
I hate feelings. I hate feelings. I hate admitting. I hated feelings. I hate whatever. Anyways, listen. Yeah, there's something that I want to apologize.
To who?
But I don't think I should do it now.
Okay, tell me, to who? To me?
No, not to you. I don't have nothing to apologize to you.
You have many things to apologize to me.
Name 3 things. Exactly. Besides Friday, which I already said sorry.
Did you say sorry for that?
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, that's your apology? When you say my bad?
I'm sorry I didn't take the 37-step process. Right? And here, this is the thing is, when somebody says sorry, that should be enough. Now, if it's a sarcastic sorry, like, okay, I'm sorry, then that's different. But if somebody's like genuinely like, listen, I am so sorry, that should be enough. Like, we should not be taking steps to apologize. What the freak, right? If
Just take my dang apology,
just
people.
take it. Just say, hey, listen, I am so sad. I feel horrible. How can I make it up? I'm sorry. I promise I'm going to make it up. And that should be it. That's it. You're done. You're done. Move on. No, what step am I in now? I'm on step 17. Oh, crap. I got 8 more to go. It's so... Anyways, that's just me ranting.
You're in your feels right now. It's okay.
Dude, I've never felt so passionate about a subject than this. I'm being so serious.
Mike, for the record, it's 5 steps.
It's not 5 steps. It's not. Mike, it's not 5 steps. You know it's not 5 steps.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay. Oh, Seth is calling.
Go ahead.
It's Seth calling.
Seth is Miguel's oldest.
Hello, Father.
Hey, dude, you're on the podcast right now.
No, for real?
Yeah, you're on the podcast.
Hey, Seth.
I get okay. What's up, everybody? Back at it again, part 2.
So, Seth, for those who don't know, Seth is my oldest, and he is on a mission in Peru. He is back September 5th, and he's serving it.
September 3rd.
What's that?
September 3rd.
Oh, is it 3rd?
Tegan told you, I am sure.
He just doesn't want me to come back home. He wants me to stay in Peru. He's hoping I stay here a little bit longer.
Okay, what do you want? What do you want, dude?
Okay, so you know how much I love you, and you're just such an amazing person.
He's calling for money.
You're just so inspiring,
He's
right?
calling for money. Well, how much do you need me to transfer?
Well, I was thinking about, it's the last chance we're going to be able to meet as a district, and so I wanted to invite the district to eat some food.
And you're paying for them?
Huh?
It
And
better
you're,
be like a cheap place, man.
and you're paying for them?
Yeah, it'd be like $20, $30.
What do you mean? Like you're inviting the entire district over to you wherever, and you're gonna pay for them?
No, we're gonna go to, what's it called? We're gonna go to the church, and then I'd invite. Yeah, I pay.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. You want me to transfer some money?
Okay. Yes, please.
Okay, I'll do that right now. How about $200?
Okay.
$200? Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds amazing to me.
He's like, please do sign me up. When he was asking for $20 to $30.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I said that much. I said that quantity of money.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, we'll do it. I'll do it right now.
Okay. I love you. Bye, everybody. Enjoy the show.
Bye, Seth.
Bye.
All right, dude. Bye. That's funny.
Aw, Seth. He's like a mini you, I'd say.
He's what do you say? Yeah, he's definitely a mini me. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I want to apologize.
For what?
Something that happened.
Okay.
I don't know if I should do it anymore. No,
Do it. I want to hear. I don't even know what happened.
I know. I think let's move on.
No.
And then I think transferred. I think we're gonna move on, and then if I still feel like I need to apologize, then I'll do it afterwards.
No, I think you do. You're never going to feel like it's the right time to apologize.
Right.
So do it. Do it now.
I know. I'll take my 37th step later. So right now we're gonna talk about
We're not moving on.
the what?
So what's the apology?
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about the power of influence.
And the apology? Yes.
Well, it's actually a part of the. So here's the thing: is the power of influence is actually part of the apology.
Okay.
So let's go through this first,
Okay.
and then if I feel like I need to apologize, then I'll apologize.
Okay, that's fine.
Fair enough.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
So who have been some of your major contributors for who you are now?
For who I am right now?
Yeah, you got hair coming out of your eyelids,
Out of my eyelids?
that is not eyelashes. That is so weird.
Is it gone?
I don't want to look. just go like this. I don't want to look in.
Look, okay, I'll look away. Look at my eyelashes. I'm looking.
Just
So if this is your first podcast with us, he cannot make eye contact with me.
it's a thing.
Anyway, who have been the major contributors to
It's
who I
still
am
there.
today?
It's still
Where?
there. Look
I
into the
don't
camera.
know.
Go into it's this eyeball.
Which one?
This one.
Don't poke it. Oh, which one? Okay, I won't look at you.
This one.
Okay, this one?
There you have hair coming out of your eyelids that is not eyelashes, which is so weird.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking. Oops, wrong one. Hold on. Let me turn on the camera so I can actually see.
She's got, ladies and gentlemen, freak of nature. She's got hair coming out of her eyelids. Let's see. Yeah, it's
I
gone.
can't?
It's
Okay.
gone. Yeah, it's gone.
All right.
Okay. So the question is, who have been some of your major contributors for you, and who have you become?
Okay, I'm interested to hear yours.
Mine?
Yeah. Why don't you share first?
Why?
Why not?
Major contributors for me, it's Brad Wilcox, number one. Mm-hmm. So Brad Wilcox is a member. He's a high-profile leader in our church, and he. When I was a youth, I used to go to these conferences called YLC, and he used to be like a keynote and a workshop presenter. And I still remember, it was like, I was 16, 17, sitting in the back, all the way at the back, and just looking down, because it's like stadium like theater settings, right? So like like an incline up kind of thing, whatever. And so I would be sitting all the way at the back, taking notes, and then him working the crowd, and just looking at how much, and I don't want to say power, but how much influence he had over everybody. Like when he would tell his stories, he would take people on a roller coaster. Like they would be laughing, they would be crying. He would make you think. You'd be like, "Oh my gosh, that was amazing!" You start writing things down, and so it was like this huge, massive, like it. Yeah, his workshops were an emotional roller coaster.
And so that's when you figured out that that's what you wanted to do.
And so when I was just bombarded with like what I was seeing. Like I had never in my entire life ever seen anything like it. And I'm telling you, sitting in a Brad Wilcox presentations, it's a must see, right? Mm-hmm. And so he was just like super influential. He got people laughing, crying, thinking, pondering, and all these different things. And I remember sitting in the back, I'm like, I want to have that gift. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to speak with confidence. I want to be a studied man, that I'm full of knowledge, and that I'm able to project, and I'm able to do all these different things and whatever. And yeah, I was 15, 16, and just be like, I need to be like that man. And so after that point on, I did everything in my power to like try and then I came across the story of Solomon, where Solomon asked, when he was asked what gifts he wanted the power to be one of the wisest men ever. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want. I want wisdom. I want knowledge. I want to be studied man. I want to be able to influence. I want to be able to do all these different things. And so that was my first in person. On television, I had a whole bunch, but in person, that was my one thing that I was like, yeah.
That's interesting.
What about you?
I'm thinking though, like, okay, so
You still have that hair. Like, can you get rid of that hair?
I
Now
don't know where that hair
it
is.
jumped on the other side. Like, this is the weirdest. Like,
I don't know where it is. Hold up, hold your horses.
It's right in the corner.
Right here?
No, the other side.
Right here?
And on the other side.
Right here?
Like, dude, it's like right there.
Ow, you poked my eyeball.
Sorry, that was my bad. I didn't mean to do that hard.
Ow.
But it's right.
You're gonna deal with it because you literally poked my eyeball really hard. For that, eye contact.
The what?
For that, I'm gonna give you eye contact.
No, don't just talk. I poked her eye really hard. I just went in.
That's so weird.
It was my opportunity for revenge. Is it gone? Yeah, it's gone now.
It's gone. Okay.
But I did it.
Is
Oh,
it gone?
okay, so listen, you have one right in the corner. In that
Right
corner.
here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're talking about the power of influence. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to let us know who's been your influential people, let us know.
Okay. So I would like to say, like, I'm trying to think about I'm trying to see if I have a story like yours with regards to like finding the one person that I was like, dang, I want to be like, right? I don't think I had that growing up.
Well, fitness has been a huge thing for you.
That's what I was going to say. So I would say there's two major contributors to who I am right now.
Okay.
My first one would have to be Mike. And the reason why I say that.
Mike?
Yeah. And the reason you're like, what? But you didn't expect that one coming.
No.
Yeah. And the reason why I want to say that is because I was such a disorganized person. I didn't like structure. I didn't like all kinds of things, right? So I feel like when he came into my life, we built a life. I was still kind of that same person that was like floundering around and just kind of lived by the seat of my pants. And he went along for the ride with me, right? Even though he grew up a different way than I did. But then once it came to a point where we're like, we wanted to progress financially, we wanted to progress in all these different areas, and that switch happened, it's like I saw all his qualities and I wanted to have his qualities. So I wanted to have the ability to plan. I wanted to have the ability to be more logical when it comes to certain things. And I wanted to have the ability to like, I don't know, there's this thing about Mike where he's able to like plan and he's able to have structure, but without the...
So I'm going to push back here.
Okay.
I'm going to push back.
Okay.
So did that...
Okay, he would be one, but the second one, I got to tell you the second one, which I feel like made me ready to actually take...
Is
like,
me.
Well, you have a little bit, but
It's me all the way.
Okay.
No, I want to revisit Mike because I'm actually curious about this.
Okay, tell me.
So before you go to your second person with Mike, because you're into big, massive, huge personal development.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. So I think personal development opened myself to see him.
That's right.
In the light.
So that was going to be my
Yeah.
question.
So I would. So okay. So let's say, So I would say Beachbody. You know,
Oh.
I used to work MLM and I was a coach with Beachbody, right? I'm no longer a coach because their structure changed.
Yeah.
So it was MLM, but I feel like when I stepped into that, a whole world of possibilities opened to me.
Yeah.
Fitness opened to me in
Yeah.
a different way where I was always chasing to be skinny. And when I went in with them, I was no longer chasing to be skinny. I was rather chasing to want to be the best version of me, the stronger version of me, and to do it no matter what.
Yeah,
It didn't
yeah.
have an end point, right?
Yeah.
And then they introduced me to personal development. And because within their format of their coaching, personal development was highly, highly encouraged that you need to do it every day, it actually opened me up to reading books. And they are 100% the reason why I read daily and why I've read like, I don't know, hundreds of books by now. I'm not sure. Last year I read 20 books. Yeah.
Is one of them in The Atomic Habit?
Yeah. Your book, yes, it's still still with me. And then I think because of that, then like Mike's influence was able to work better on me.
So I work for an MLM company too, for America Financial.
I feel like they do have a bad rep, but honestly, I grew so much with them.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I had a good team. My upline, I struggled with him because I was starting to change. Like there was a there was a mentality that there was only one way to build a business, and that's wrong. If you're ever into MLM, which I think they produce the most millionaires in the entire world, MLM companies, right? And so,
But not everybody becomes a millionaire as well.
right, but you have to, because you have to put in the work ethic.
It's so true.
Like you can't just sit around and do nothing and make 3 phone calls and be like, okay, whatever. But that's everything that you do, whether it's with fitness, education, or family values. You have to work at it.
Yeah.
And so with MLM, you have to work at it. You can't just sit around, do nothing, and expect that you're going to make $1,000 a day, right?
Yeah.
And so, but with this guy, the way that he promoted the product and the system was that there was only one way to do it, and then you had to like work on Sundays and you had to like do and cut everybody off, and I didn't agree with that. And then I started meeting other uplines, other people, and they're like, yeah, you can take a couple of days off. If you're killing it for 5 days, take the weekends off, right? Like you don't have to like whatever. And so I started realizing that, and then we started clashing heads, and then we just split apart. But
Yeah.
yeah, so they opened up my world to the personal development as well. So but it was because you were opened up to that.
The Mike's influence could work on me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Honestly, guys, like personal development is a must. I think with anything that has to deal with personal change, with wanting to learn and grow skills, you need to read. You need to go outside of what your
The
current
hair is
knowledge
back.
is.
Can
I
you
don't
get
know
rid
where
of that hair? Oh, you got rid of it.
Was it on here? It
Yeah.
was an eyelash, I'm sure.
It was like golden brown.
Golden brown.
It's
I
gone.
don't see anything.
Yeah, it's gone. What about the other side? Yeah, it's gone. Okay.
Check again.
No, I'm not looking. I already looked.
Check.
Can you stop? Nobody cares. So we're talking about the power of influence, and then what birds of a feather flock together, and how we see and who we hang around with tends to create who we are.
Yes,
As a-
agreed.
Okay. So I got a couple of things here, and you're gonna let me know. And you're gonna let me know people in these categories that can be of influence of role model to you.
Okay.
Right? And for you, family and upbringing, who have been your influences?
For family and upbringing, it would
Yeah.
be my mom.
Your mom?
She taught me how to be nurturer. She taught me how to cook. She taught me how to be a wife
Oh,
by her experience, like by watching her, right? And now she continues to teach me. My mom is like a powerful, strong, like woman who has taken the loss of my dad, and it was so hard, but she's stepped into it and she has grown so much. She's doing things that I honestly would have been scared to do, but she's going and doing it. So
yeah. Education mentors.
Oh, education and mentors. I would actually go with a personal development person, and I would say Robert Kiyosaki and Dave Ramsey when it comes to finances, right? And I feel like they have been my strongest influences. Tony Robbins too, and this other guy called like Peter or something. They have been the strongest influence when it comes to education around money, because you need to know 50% is getting the money. The other 50% is knowing how to grow it. So we all can get money. It's just that we don't always, like majority of us don't know how to keep it and grow it, right?
Yeah. It's funny. Tony Robbins has never had an influence on me. There's certain things that I've seen him a couple of times on stage, and I love him. Like he's
Yeah.
a great guy. He's a great speaker. But I haven't been able to imprint with him.
Yeah.
There's Brandon Bouchard is a good guy. Like I really like his stuff. For me, Earl Nightingale, the grandfather of speakers.
Yeah.
So a lot of his stuff, people, anyways, and so
So this would be the authors that like shifted what you do, right? Like that because of something that you've learned from them, that now
it
you
was Les
apply this
Brown.
principle.
It was Les Brown.
Okay.
For me, Les Brown. till this day, like when I go to the gym, like I'm listening to Les Brown.
Oh, I love Les Brown. He's incredible.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal storyteller. He's able to read the crowd. The way that he presented is just through notes.
He's so engaging.
Very engaging, right?
Yeah.
And so
The incredible thing too is that he created his brand when he was like older, right? Was he not in his 50s?
no, younger than that. But
40s maybe?
It took him 15 years to get to where he was. And one of the reasons is because he parked. He was afraid
Yeah.
of taking steps and growing too fast, and just like he didn't know the process. He didn't trust the process. So,
Yeah.
friends and social circles, besides me, because we all know how much I've influenced you.
Yeah, I would say you actually. When it comes to like, you get okay. I do have to.
Here it
I have
comes.
to do credit
Here
where
it comes.
credit is given.
Ready? Is everybody watching? All our millions of people that are watching. Ready? Here we go.
I do. Okay, two people. I do.
No,
wanna
we
say-
got more. Keep going.
Okay,
Go.
so I would say around friends, you give really solid advice. He does give. Like once we're in a serious setting, and I'm like, okay, this and this and this is happening, and he'll be like, okay, have you thought of this, or like, what about this, and like, and then something that I appreciate with you is that you're not quick to give advice, but you're like, there's a conversation around it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
You're not like, okay, you need to do
learned
this.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to think that I taught you. I'm just kidding.
You. It's actually I learned it because of trial and error.
Yeah.
I was it happened twice, and I was like, I need to listen. I need to ask questions before I give advice.
Because we don't understand the whole picture, right?
Right. And
Okay.
so somebody came up to me. This is years ago. We're talking about 15 plus years ago, 10 plus years ago, and then they were like, I need advice on so and so person, and I'm like, well, and I just started like.
Without even hearing the situation.
I'm like, well, they're like, I like this person. I don't know what to do. Right. That's all they said. And I'm like, okay. Well, you need to do this, and you need to connect with this person. You need to do whatever. And they were like, just like listening. And I spent 20 minutes. I took this person out for lunch, and I spent 20 minutes giving this kid advice and how to get this girl. And then he was like, yeah. So that's not what I need. And then I'm like, what do you need? He goes, well, here's what happens. And then there's this girl that he really, really likes, but then she doesn't like him back. But then there's this other girl he really likes as well. And then she wants to start a family, and then she's like a church member and all these different things and whatever. And I'm like, oh.
He let you talk for 20 minutes about the wrong thing.
About the wrong thing. And it happened twice.
Power of listening.
Where I just went off. And I'm like, I got enough information now.
Step in your facts.
Yeah. And so now when we need to talk, I'm like, okay, let's talk. I have my 20 questions before answering.
Yeah.
Media and technology.
Who's my greatest like mentor on media and
Yeah.
technology? Oh my gosh.
That you feel that they've influenced who you are.
Right now is this girl called her name is Kendra, and like
Lamar?
she read no I said her name, not
Oh.
his name.
Okay, my bad.
Can you imagine? He is my greatest influence right now. Clearly you can tell because of my relationships right now.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, no, that's not the case. It's this girl named Kendra, not Lamar, and she runs this account that's called Social Docs, and she is a Christian entrepreneur.
Okay.
And she is incredible. I consume her content like no one's business, and it helps me to have a Christian perspective in building a business, in understanding grace over hustle, and understanding like how God works within my business. It's really fantastic. I think she's had a great influence in how I see things now.
For me, it was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I definitely know that. You like to...
I do a lot of his things.
I know.
And it's actually part of my apology today.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
No. So we're going to move on to the next one. Faith and spirituality besides Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's an unfair question because Jesus is the ultimate mentor, right?
He is.
So we can, we all, and so when I say besides Jesus Christ is because he is all of our mentors, and then it's the obvious answer.
Yeah.
So outside of him,
Who's the greatest influence?
who is the greatest influence of all?
Of all?
Of all?
There's so many though. I feel like someone who has really nurtured my spirituality.
So me again.
Okay, go ahead. Go.
Yeah, me.
Oh,
For you.
okay.
I've been your greatest influencer spiritually.
Sometimes I have to fact check this guy that I'm like, what did he just say?
I've been a huge, massive influence in your life when it comes to spiritual and faith.
Okay. I would like to say that it's me who's been the greatest influence in your life.
To do what? For me?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Take a pill.
It's okay. Just
Anyways.
admit it. Admit it. Look into my eyes and
I am
admit
not. So weird.
Um,
Stop being weird.
I would say that right now it's what's her name? She's the General Young Women's President.
Oh yeah.
Emily Freeman. I love her. Actually, she is a social media content creator as well, and she has created businesses through social media. So I love all of her. I love how she talks. I love how she addresses the spiritual aspect of things. I love the way that she loves the youth. Yeah, I love her.
Yeah,
I love
she's
how
pretty cool.
vulnerable and open she is. And also her first counselor, I forget what her name is. I also really like her. I like the way she addresses and like the talks that she's given.
Yeah. For me, it's been Brad Wilcox.
Mm-hmm.
Number one. Brigham Young.
He was a fiery soul, eh?
Oh, you don't mess with
He was
Brigham,
called
man.
like the Lion of the Lord or
the
something.
Lion of the Lord.
Yeah, I'm like, so I don't know if you've read the book The Saints. I love those books, full of drama. And you know how I love me some good drama, guys. I love me some good drama. Not to be involved in the drama, because that sucks. I do not love that. But
Sometimes she's in the center of it.
and then I'm like, get me out. I'm the one that causes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not the one that causes. Anyway, so if you are a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I highly, highly recommend the book The Saints. It tells you all about the beginnings of our church. It tells you all about our pioneers, the good, the bad, and the not so good. Right? Like stuff that a lot of our critics often want to highlight, but then it helps you to understand the context behind it.
Yeah.
So highly, highly recommend it.
Yeah. Okay. Work and professional environment.
Well, in my nursing, I don't feel like I had any good mentors. As far as professionally, I would think that this girl, again, Kendra, and then I would have to say you. You have been a great mentor. I mean, I didn't want to give him credit, but yes, he has been
That's
a great mentor.
3 out of the categories. That's 3 times.
Guys, like,
Are you noticing this? There's a pattern here. I make her better. Notice that I've never mentioned her.
Mike makes me better. That's the real
Not-
person that makes me better.
Notice that I've never mentioned her.
I know it, though. He does that on purpose.
No. So here says any colleagues, bosses, or workplace or cultures that affects the work ethic, ambitions, or career and
What?
trajectories.
This question is too complicated. I do not understand.
No, under work and professional environment.
In a work or professional environment, who has influenced me the
Yeah,
most?
so a colleague, a boss, or even a workplace, the culture of a workplace,
Okay.
the ethics of it, so the ambitions.
I would say, let's say I'm gonna choose in the church. I'm gonna choose somebody who has
No,
no
that's faith and spirituality. We're talking about work and professional environment.
work and professional environment.
So there was nobody when you were nursing. That sounds wrong. When you were working as a nurse.
That I was like, wow, I want to be like her. Not that I can remember. Nobody stands out. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
that's probably why you left too, right?
Yeah, I told you. Like the profession is a profession where you you get in, and the saying is the nurses eat their young. So I hope that's different now, right? But as far
I remember you
as
telling me that.
anyone within it, that I was like, oh my gosh, she's incredible. I want to be like her. I personally didn't meet her, but I'm sure there's many that are wonderful out there.
Experiences and challenges.
Ooh, that have made me better?
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh.
Easy for me. And they sound kind of dark, but they have made me better. Okay. And
Let me hear this.
they helped me to be where I'm at right now. And it's both when my dad got sick. So he was diagnosed with cancer when I was 22. And then the second is the loss of my dad. Really dark experiences for me, really challenging, really huge trials, but they are the experiences that have made me who I am right now. They totally changed the trajectory of my life.
Interesting. When my dad passed away, somebody said, "Now, what was it? Now you can be a man, or now you can take over." Oh, frick! What did they say? Anyways, it was in the sense of like as long as my father's alive, like he will always be the patriarch of my life.
Yeah.
Like I will always be under him. But now that he is, unfortunately, now that he's passed, I can take the mantle. Like, and then with the mantle comes, responsibilities and just, I'm taking care of my mom.
Yeah.
So the money that I make, I'm not just providing for my own children, my own spouse, but I'm also taking care of my mom, right? And so there's a level of responsibility that kicks in as a boy, supposedly. Then again, this is the advice that as a man, when your father passes away, you take the reins and now you become the man, right? And so I definitely, maybe to not that degree that they were talking about, but I have felt that a lot of, between my brother and I, we've made a lot of decisions that it normally would have been my dad that would have made. But then we're like, well, we're the men of the house now kind of thing. And so we're making those decisions. So I have felt that weight. Right? So, so I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Life experiences for me, I think it's been, building this business has been huge.
Yeah.
I've learned so much, like the do's and the don'ts and who to bring on board. I'm still learning to filter this process out.
I'm still, he's still trying to kick me out.
I am. As soon as I find a better podcast,
Listen, guys,
co-host,
apply. You
the
will
money's
see.
good. I'm telling you right now that the money's good.
Money's real good.
It's really good, guys. Society and culture.
Society and culture. Okay, you go first.
So let me go here. So cultural norms, societal expectations, historical events that shape the way that you view things, community opportunities, access to research and worldwide.
I would say how our world is right now has helped me to truly understand the importance of having values.
Okay.
And it's helped me to ensure that the values that are important to me that I pass down to my kids, because I realize now, have been alive 40 years, is that the
Dang.
world changes.
You're old, dude.
I am. I know. I love it. But the world changes, right?
Yeah.
And at one moment, they'll say something's really, really, really good. And then all of a sudden, it's like, no, that's no longer good. Like, we're not doing that. That this is horrible and all that. And it happens in everything. It happens in nutrition. It happens in how we view the world, the type of like relationships that are out there. So I think it's made me more aware, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn now of teaching my kids the values that are important to me, and that will help them to navigate the changes in the future. So
That hair came back, just to let you know.
it just kind of popped in, eh? It's trying to say hello. Just leave it alone.
No,
It's fine.
because it keeps looking at me.
It is fine. You hold hand.
Get out of here. Just stop. Why do you do like
What do I do? What?
the things that irks me? Get it?
It's I personally enjoy knowing those things and doing them.
We're trying to be here professional.
What is
and
happening
and-
here? That's what he says as well.
Like, what is happening right now? Get out of here. Personal habits and routines.
My morning routine.
Yeah, I was gonna answer that one for you. The journaling and all these, the mindsets growth.
Oh, guys, morning routine is life. So much growth. Especially journaling. I've been doing it more consistently now.
Yeah, I gotta get on that, man. I do it and I don't. I do it and I don't. And
You know what though? So I came to a realization, and it was over the past couple weeks, that when I journaled, I was editing myself because I'm like, man, my kids sometimes are gonna read this, right?
no,
And then because I have an insane amount of journals that I have kept for maybe the last few years, And I realized that I was editing myself. So I never actually said my true feelings with regards to certain situations. And in this past little bit, I'm just letting all those true feelings out. Like I'm being mean, I'm being like all these kind of things. But when I was talking to Mike about it, he was listening and I was like, well, I feel like it's garbage inside. I'm like, garbage needs to be put out.
Yeah.
Right? Just
Yeah.
because you don't verbalize it, it doesn't mean that it's not there. And just because you have those feelings, those negative feelings, and you may want to be mean and all that stuff, doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means that you're a human being that has emotions, that has needs. And sometimes those needs are not the greatest, and you need to be aware and you need to put them out like garbage, right? So that's what I did. Freaking heck, it was amazing. I freaking loved it. Seriously, a place where I can be myself. Guys.
I gotta read these things.
It was amazing. I highly recommend. And if you're worried about people reading it, write it out and then rip it up.
Okay. Last one, role models and heroes. Anyone besides me again.
Who would hold up? Did you not say what the last answer was?
Personal habits and routines?
Yeah. What's yours?
So for me,
The sauna.
yeah.
That's
Oh
where you do
my
all your thinking.
Gosh, yeah. I've come up with like the best ideas in just sitting in the sauna. Like I'm talking about revelation. Like I'm speaking to like
You're speaking in tongues.
like I'm telling you, I astroplane every single time. I'm in the sauna and I'm there and I'm seeing colors, I'm seeing visions, I'm hearing voices.
There's a little bit of like certain fumes as well when he goes into the certain herbs that are in
You know, certain sages I'm burning, but it's not even the sauna, it's the steam room.
Yeah.
So I love the sauna, so I do both.
So what's the difference between a sauna and a steam room?
Steam room is wet. It's moist in the air.
Okay.
And then a sauna is dry.
Okay.
So in the steam room, there's steam. That's why it's called a steam room, right? So you can't even see your hands in front of you.
Okay.
So you're like whatever, you're sitting there, and there's just a lot of moisture, a lot of steam in the air, and so then that moisture goes into your body, into your skin, it goes into your lungs, and so there's a cleansing process, right? And then so at the gym where I go, there's the steam room, and then there's a cold plunge.
Okay.
So I'll do like 30 minutes of steam, and then I'll hit the cold plunge for 5 minutes. And then I'll go back into the steam room and then back into the cold plunge.
Okay.
Right? And then after I'm done with that, then I'll go into the sauna.
Okay.
And the sauna is just a dry sauna. It's just like you're sitting, it's just hot. It's a hot environment. But yeah, like I'm astroplaning. Like I am somewhere else. I'm thinking and I'm reviewing. I'm thinking about my day, my workshops, how it goes, relationship status with people, the do's and the don'ts. What do I say? I create. I have my phone with me, and as soon as I get an idea, I put it down. I would say 95% of my ideas have come from being in the sauna.
That's amazing. That's like me with morning routine and walks. That's where I get most of my thoughts and ideas from.
Yeah, I can't understand that.
Understand what? Walking?
Last one, role models and heroes.
Who's your hero?
They can be either real or fictional.
Who's your hero? Or role model?
I don't think I have one. Hang on.
What about
There's people that I admire. Oh, wait, hang on. No, reverse. Michael Jackson.
yeah? What is it about him?
Just his creativity. And have you ever seen like the backstage events when he was like producing something? So the way he knew what he wanted, and nobody can stop him.
Okay.
And then it got to a point where he became. So there's like the Michael Jackson growing up. It was just Michael Jackson, part of Jackson 5, whatever. But then he became Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And so people wouldn't fight him. There was this one thing where he's like, okay, guys, You know, he likes. Oh man, how do I explain this? He loved getting the simmering the crowd. He would call it simmering.
Yeah.
Let it simmer.
Yeah.
So he would just like freeze and pause.
Yeah.
And then people would just go crazy and like, oh, Michael, whatever. And he would just be frozen. He
Yeah.
wouldn't do anything, right? But then the problem is that he would start dancing to the right beat. Like it would be synchronized. When the
Yeah.
music would start, he would start popping, right?
Yeah.
But then they would give him, they're like, how are we gonna know?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, when you're ready to move, when you move, we have to start the music. So how are we gonna do that? And he goes, oh, and then somebody's like, oh, we'll give you a count in 4, 3, 2. He goes, no, I don't want to count it. Just let it simmer. He goes, well, then how are we gonna know? And he goes, you'll know. And then they went into this concert not knowing when he was going to start moving, and then everybody was just like ready to like start playing, and so there was no synchronization, there was no countdown, there was no like, okay, in the 16th beat. And if you go back and look at that concert, it was insane. When he started is exactly when the music started, right? Like it was on point, on par.
Wow.
And then, but nobody, they were like, Michael, we can't do this. Like we don't know when you're going to start moving, and you won't know when we start playing. And if you want the two things to go together, like we got to do an intro. And he goes, just let it happen. You'll know. And when he said that, I was like, oh, that's my man. That's my man. He knew what he wanted. He knew what he wanted, the experience of the crowd, and just nobody could push him. Nobody would. And even, you know, that whole concert when he jumps out of
Yeah.
everybody was against that. They were like, what, are you, a toaster? Right? And then he goes, it's happening. And then it did it. And then they didn't put enough spring on it. And he goes, I need to go higher. And then they're like, Michael, like, if you get hurt, that's in the beginning of the concert. If you get hurt, like, we're done.
Yeah.
He goes, I need it higher. It's going to happen. Make it happen. Figure it out. And that for me was like, here's a man. He had a vision and nobody can take him out of it.
Wow.
Oh, man. I love with Michael.
Wow.
So that's my 30 seconds.
I love that because I'm like, you talked about vision. I'm like, that's what our podcast name is, right? Like vision to success.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the fact is that you said like he had a vision and nobody could take him out of
Yeah,
it, and
yeah.
he succeeded, right?
Yeah. There was a bunch of stuff like that, and again, it was one of these things which is like, we'll figure it out later. Like, I know what I want, just make it happen, and we'll figure it out. Just let it go.
He just kept moving forward.
He just kept moving forward. Nobody could stop him. And I really like that because, again, for me, it's been, I mean, I get a couple of contracts, whatever, and they're like, have you ever done this before? And I'm like, oh, yeah, of course, all the time. I've never done that.
You're like, in my mind, I have.
And it, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I've envisioned it.
Listen, our imagination, like our bodies doesn't know what's real and what's an imagination.
100%. 100%.
You're not being dishonest.
And so 100%. And so for me, I love the will, the determination to just keep moving forward in spite of what people tell you. And I need a little bit of that in my life actually currently, but yeah.
You can do it.
I can do it.
You can do it.
So what about you? Role models and heroes besides me?
Okay, I don't know if that would be a role model or hero. Far from there. Who? I don't know. I don't think I have anybody that I'm like, oh my gosh, right?
It can be real or fake. A philosopher, some of their actions, some of the things that they've guided you in.
Okay, honestly, I would, at risk of sounding like, I would have to say that maybe I do look at more, but the only person who I can think of right now,
It's me.
no, it's like Jesus. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I'm like,
In the scriptures.
yeah.
What about in
Hold that, in the scriptures, I'd say, okay, a role model in the scriptures is, I really like ones that are given second chances. So I really like in the Bible, I like Paul, right? He went from Saul to Paul, and he had a past. So anybody that has a past and is able to make a comeback, I love those stories, okay? So Saul and Paul. I really like Alma the younger, and also his son Alma.
Yeah.
I think those would be the three. I also like in the scriptures. I
Jonah.
like Jonah. He made a huge comeback, right? And you know what I love about the story of Jonah? That he like flip-flopped during his whole ministry.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
He wasn't perfect.
no, and it's like it's us. We're not perfect, right? And I love any kind of story that shows that because it helps me to see my humanity.
Yeah.
It helps me to be more kind to myself and be like, okay, if this was a prophet of the Lord and they flip-flopped and they had struggles, I'm like, it's okay. I can have struggles and I can still move forward.
Yeah.
So I love a good flip-flop story.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, ladies and gentlemen, pretty much, listen, the reason why we're talking about this is you have to be careful who you hang around with, what you listen to, the music that you listen to,
Yeah.
the commercials that you watch, the shows that you watch, the movies that you watch. And that's like on social media. That's online. But then there's also like the people around you, the circle of influence, what joke you laugh at. All of that stuff are contributing factors to who you become at the end. And here's the thing, it's just like how you're being influenced by all these outside sources, you eventually will influence others.
Yeah.
And so if you're a good person, you're going to produce good fruits. And that's the people that are watching it. If you're a bad person because you've been influenced by bad things, then your fruits are going to be bad. And
You
then,
attract what you are.
yeah, but then you produce what you are.
Yeah.
Right? So whether you're a mom, a dad, whether you are in a church calling, a position, whether you're at work or whether you're a teacher, whether you are just a friend, yeah, if you've been influenced, you attract what you become, and then you produce what you become.
I agree.
So
I 100% agree. Yeah, I do agree with that. And that's not to say that you cannot be friends with people who have a different mindset than you. But you have to ensure that you know what type of life you want to create. His face.
I didn't say anything.
Anyway, you have to ensure that you know what type of life you want to create, what kind of friendships you want to nurture.
Yeah.
Because they do influence. They do 100% influence. Because I appreciate the friendships that I do have because they do align me with my overall goals, with like my 5 F's, right? Fitness, faith. I don't remember them. Faith, family, fitness, finances, and I have another one. I can't remember now.
Yeah. The 5 F's. So faith, fitness, finance,
Yep.
family, and friends.
Yeah, those are it.
Yeah. These are my... First of all, I'm the one that taught her this.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, what are my 5 F's again?
Please. So I'm like having said that, so align yourself with who you want to be, attract nurturing relationships, and the way that you attract those is by you becoming the person who you want to attract.
Absolutely.
So
Anything else?
I think you have to work on yourself. I think I'm gonna...
I have to work on myself?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
'Cause I think you need to work on you because this friendship is not working out. I'm done. I'm cutting people off. I'm just kidding.
Nobody needs you.
I'm gonna go be a party of one.
The what?
I'm gonna go be a party of one. All I need is Mike, man. I don't need anybody else. I don't need you.
Whoa. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So
I
what's your
don't need
takeaway
it,
today?
man. My takeaway?
Yeah.
That you never apologize. I don't even know why you needed to apologize. I'm still wondering what your apology was.
Maybe we'll do it for next week.
Come back so we can find out. What was your takeaway?
It's a big apology. That I'm a chicken.
What do you mean?
That I should have apologized and I didn't do it.
He got scared.
I got scared.
I got scared.
I got scared.
That shows you how old we are.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. All our likes are right there. All right there. We love
Don't
you.
poke my eye. Bye.
Get a minute, don't know. Get a minute of your time. Get a minute of your.
I sure gotta live right, and I'm never gonna let you out of my side. I've been knocked out, was a nice try, but I guess I get to keep my head on this time. God of the creation, the relations I've got, the only one that keeps me safe, the only one you should trust. For sure, it ain't right that I have checked the speck of dust from all of its sides. Fall down, that I didn't see the plague I have in my
What you
eye.
hear and you say when